I am with the next Attorney General of Michigan, Eli Savit. Eli, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Congrats on getting the de facto nomination for the Democratic Party. Michigan is a critical state, especially as we look at what the Trump regime tried to do in the last couple of elections.
Yep.
2028 is critical. Can you talk a little bit about your political philosophy and why you're running for this extraordinarily important seat?
Well, absolutely. So, look, I'm running for Attorney General because fundamentally, I believe that no matter who it is that is screwing you over, whether it's your boss stealing from your paycheck, whether it's a corporation price gouging us, whether it is an environmental polluter, or whether it's the President of the United States himself, the AG should be standing up in court every time the law is broken and the people of the state of Michigan are harmed. This is work I've done throughout my career. I've been a practicing environmental lawyer and have sued corporate polluters. I went up against the pharmaceutical industry and litigated opioids cases for the city of Detroit. I've been a civil rights and voting rights lawyer. And I'll mention this too.
Yeah.
2028 election, you mentioned how crucial this is.
Yeah.
State AGs are going to be the ones who are standing up in court or not when the Trump administration and the National Republican Party try to disenfranchise people in Detroit, on college campuses, in majority-minority communities. We saw this in 2020.
Yeah.
We're expecting it again in 2028, and that's why this race is so important.
One thing I like about your platform is you talk about getting rid of the culture wars and focusing on just the economic needs and the rights of people. It sounds to me like you don't actually care if the person being harmed is red or blue. You just want to be there to support people in general. Can you talk a little bit about, especially in this divisive time that we're in, why this mentality is so important for our leadership to have?
Yeah, so look, we're sitting here in Michigan where we've shown the world what solidarity, what working class solidarity can do. We see this all over the world. When demagogues come into power, the first thing they try to do is divide us.
Yeah.
They say the reason that you're not getting by, the reason that you're falling further and behind is because of immigrants or because of your transgender neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Or because of this or because of that. And they divide us intentionally when really what's happening is corporations and the powerful are taking money away from all of us. And here in Michigan, we've shown the world what solidarity can do. We're the birthplace of the union movement, right, which preceded the Civil Rights Act.
Right.
Because when we stand up in economic solidarity against the corporations that are stealing from us, then we're together and we can fight together for our democracy.
Where are you on the litigation around data centers? Because that's obviously been a controversial topic. Governor Whitmer just stood with Sam Altman.
Yeah.
It's upset a lot of people. How should people understand your worldview in this space?
So, look, I'm running for Attorney General, and here are the hooks that I have. I've been honest. I can't stop data centers entirely. But if they're going to be built in Michigan, I have a few things that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure of. Number one, they should never deplete our natural resources. And I feel very strongly about that. They should never increase the electricity rates that residential ratepayers are paying. We've already got some of the highest electricity rates in the country.
Yeah.
It's unconscionable to think that multi-billion and trillion-dollar corporations would pass along the cost of their electricity to the rest of us. They should be built building union labor, right? We're here in Michigan. They should always be built using union labor. And here's the other thing that I'll say. We've seen these huge corporate entities go into smaller rural communities and effectively threaten litigation, and they have more money to pay for the best lawyers in the world and bully them into doing some stuff that they don't want to do. I'm the Attorney General of the state of Michigan, and what I've said is, look, for communities that are seeking help, that are feeling like they have no choice against these huge corporations, your AG's office will be there. Whether you don't want a data center or whether you do and you want to make sure that it's done the right way, we're going to be providing folks from our office to help out these smaller townships, these smaller rural communities, because nobody should just be bullied by trillion-dollar corporations into doing something they don't want.
That's amazing. I mean, that's what leadership requires, that you're standing up for the little guy. Let's close with a lighter question that might be a little bit controversial. Can you tell us why you think Detroit-style pizza is better than Chicago-style pizza? We know Chicago-style is better, but I want the good lawyer to make the argument.
Okay, so look, here's how I'll rank the relevant pizza styles. And I want to say this. We can agree that every other pizza style other than Detroit, Chicago, and New York is irrelevant. Right? I don't want to hear about St. Louis or like Nashville pizza, right? Detroit style is the best because of the caramelized cheese around the crusts, right? The crust is absolutely unparalleled. I mean, honestly, you can just eat the crust itself and not even miss anything. The pizza's great too, But if you're looking for an incredible experience, first bite to last bite, there's nothing better than Detroit style pizza. Chicago style pizza, I will say I rank it second, right? I like Chicago stuffed pizza, but you get the crust, and frankly, you're almost full by the end of it. Like, you're not looking forward to the crust. With Detroit style pizza, you look forward to each and every bite. So, number 1, Detroit. Number 2, Chicago. Sorry, New York. Number 3 is your style pizza.
New York style pizza, I will just say this: it's like cardboard with cheese on it.
Yeah,
Okay?
right.
There's nothing. It's no personality, and especially New York, the Big Apple. You would think you'd have something seismic. I will say this about Chicago: you don't call City Big Shoulders for no reason. All right, we've got a deep dish pizza to prove it. Eli Savit, how can folks get behind you? Where can they go to learn more about your campaign and get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is eliformichigan.com. That's ELIFOR Michigan.com. I'll just emphasize this again. For folks that may not live in Michigan, you may be wondering, why do I care who the Michigan Attorney General is? Just think about who you want to be AG when there's challenges to the right to vote in Detroit, on U of M's campus, in Flint, on Michigan State's campus, which could shift the presidential election in 2028. You want a Democrat. You want somebody who's going to stand up to this administration. You want a voting rights lawyer. That's me.
Eli Savit for Attorney General of Michigan. Check him out at eliformichigan.com. Election day is November 3rd.
Yes.
Make sure you go out there and support him if you're in Michigan. If you're not, donate and volunteer in his campaign. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Address This with Gossip Machine. We'll see you guys soon.